experience with celebrity esthetician Sonia Dakar and how she changed my face forever. I've put off making this.
Hi, dermatologist here. A lot of you have asked me to weigh in on this story. Firstly, Victoria, thank you so much for sharing your story. I think it's important for people to hear about experiences like this. And two, for legal reasons, everything that I'm talking about in this video is alleged. I have not treated Victoria. I had no idea who Sonia Dakar was before seeing this video. All I have heard is what is alleged in Victoria's video. Apparently this creator, Victoria, was going to see this esthetician for a long time, had many sessions with her. One day she applied what she called a peel, which led to permanent scarring. As the creator alludes to in her video, a peel that could probably do that much damage is outside of the scope of practice for an esthetician in her state. So first point here is about scope of practice. Certain professions are only allowed to do certain kinds of procedures, and that varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. There are some things in the description of how this procedure was done that set off some red flags for me. There was no eye protection used. I'm a stickler for eye protection. It's very important, especially when you're doing a chemical peel, because if it's peeling your skin, imagine what it could do to your corneas. She describes the esthetician using a dropper to drop the solution on her face. That is not how you apply a peel. That is literally awful. She doesn't describe any sort of consent procedure that happened before, so before we do cosmetic procedures, there has to be a discussion of the risks and benefits of the procedure and possible adverse events. This esthetician continued to try to manage these complications herself, which is unthinkable to me. It would sound like, if I heard this and if this is true, like somebody who's really just trying to cover their tracks. If you injure somebody badly with a procedure, you should be sending them to a medical professional. The fact that this person wasn't referred out to a doctor, allegedly, is crazy to me. She also alleges that this esthetician continued to do other procedures on her that were also outside of scope of practice in her state to try to fix things, and that it sounds like she was actually being charged for all of these sessions, which is beyond. Just because somebody seems popular or calls themselves a celebrity, whatever, does not mean that they're necessarily good at their job or that they're doing an ethical job. So yeah, just as always, be careful out there.